Greetings, everyone. Thanks for being with us. It's going to be a very exciting one as our speaker, Juliana, is going to teach us on how to land a remote job in less than 3 months. Amazing, isn't it? Juliana is a recruiter turned career coach. She's having over 15 years of experience as a recruiter and also a part of HR teams and MNC all over the world. Um, Juliana has a background in psychology and master's degree in HR. Currently, she's working as a career coach and helps professionals to land their dream remote job in 90 days. So let's hear what Juliana has to say to us. So Juliana.
Hi. Thank you. Thank you for this introduction, Uveshi. Very happy to be here. So hi, everyone, wherever you are in the world connecting here. So thanks for your time. I hope my presentation adds a lot of value to you. So let me share my screen here. I prepared some slides to make it easier to make sure I, see the screen already. So let's start talking about 5 steps to land a remote job faster. That's the topic we're going to cover today. So let's go for it. I want to start by saying that when you think about the remote job, when you're considering landing a remote job, have very clear that it's not just one more job in your career. It's not just the next job. When you have a remote job, it is a very different thing. It is special. There are other things apart from the job itself that happen to you, to your life and to your career when you land a remote job. So let's see what is so special about remote jobs. So when you work remotely, apart from the work that you do, obviously the results you need to deliver and all of that, you are also, first of all, amplifying your daily choices. Think about it this way. When you work in an office, you need to go to the office, like physically, right? You go, you sit on your table, your chair, in the lab, wherever you work. So you go to a certain place and that's it. That's what you have to do. When you work remotely, you daily choose where do you want to work from? Is it in the kitchen table? Is it in the couch? Is it in my home office? So there are a lot of more choices that you do every day when you work remotely that you don't need to do when you're working in one office. Also, you learn how to optimize your time, how to make the most of your time. Because when you go to the office, normally it's enough that you just, sit on the chair in front of your computer, filling up some papers, whatever. It's more about spending time in the office, physically in the office. But when you work remotely, it's completely different because you have results, you have things you need to deliver. And if you get them done faster, still with good quality, you probably have more time off. So you learn how to optimize your time in a better way when you are working remotely. Also, you have more time to spend on the things that really matters to you. You won't get home exhausted at 7, 8 p.m. and then you just want to eat something, turn on the TV, lay down on the couch, and that's it, sleep for tomorrow. You have more time for your family, for your hobbies, for doing volunteer work, for traveling, for taking care of the house, whatever. So you have more time to dedicate to the other things outside of the work that are also important to you. And you can easily avoid routine. So you can make small changes on your daily work that will bring some novelty to you. So maybe you can work from a coffee shop. Maybe you can place the table in a different way so you see the window, you have a different view. Maybe you can work from a friend's house. So there are so many things that you can do to avoid routine when you work remotely. And a big mistake that I've seen many candidates doing, so please write this down so you don't do the same mistake, is when you go for a job interview and the recruiter, the hiring manager asks why you want that job, you say, oh, I want the job just because it's a remote job. I am willing to accept any job as far as it is remote. No, please write it down. Do not say that you want a job just because it is remote. This is not going to help you. This is a big mistake. You're setting yourself for failure if you say that. I want this job just because it is remote. No, that's not the way to go, please. Companies will not choose you, will not give you the chance to start a job just because you want to work remotely. If you think from the company's perspective, it's a very selfish way for you to say, I just want this job because it is remotely. That's the main thing. This is not enough reason for the company. Maybe it is for you, and I totally understand that. But from the company's point of view, just the fact that you want a remote job is not enough reason for them to give you this job. So it will not work. It's going to make you look very bad as a candidate. So please don't say, I want this job just because it is a remote job. And I know that because, look, I worked for more than 15 years as a recruiter. So I was the one screening all the resumes and curriculum, searching for candidates on LinkedIn, doing the interviews, presenting candidates to the hiring manager. So I know everything that happens on the backstage. And I know that just because you want a remote job, it won't work. Like, it's not enough for you to get the job. I worked in multinational companies. Interviewing candidates from all over the world. I have been working remotely myself for more than 8 years. So I know what I'm talking about. Believe me when I say just the fact that you want a remote job is not an enough reason for the company to give you this remote job. And now you might be saying, okay, Juliana, I get your point. I should not say that I am a good candidate for the job because I want a remote job. I get that. So what shall I do instead? Right? Which are more effective ways to land a remote job, especially 2021, especially in the middle of the pandemic, like the reality we have at the moment, right? So what you do instead? And that's exactly what we're going to talk here. Of course, that's what I'm here for. So let's dig into it. If you're not taking notes yet, please, this is the moment you grab your pen and paper or your file in the computer, whatever, and start taking notes about how to land a remote job faster. And I'm going to share that based on the process I created myself. So I was testing out a lot of things in the past years, and I finally create my own framework, my own programs that I tested already with my clients. So I offer a career coach to my clients to help them to land a remote job faster. And everything I'm going to share with you today here in this presentation, I already tested with my clients. So I'm not guessing. I'm not saying that it might work. I'm telling you, it works. And I had clients that after only 2 sessions with me, they landed their dream remote job. So it's good stuff, what I have to share now. Please go ahead and take notes about those 5 steps to land a remote job faster. So are you ready? Let's go ahead. So step number 1 that I want to share is all about getting clarity about your career goals. This is a very common mistake I see with a lot of people I speak with. So they come to me, they ask for help, but they don't really know what they want about their life and about their career. So if you're still lost about where you are going, where you're taking your career to, whatever you do will be a waste of time, money, and energy. Because if you don't know where you're going, any way you can do, and you're going to get lost on the way. So instead of start like applying for job offers and paying a professional to help you or telling everyone you want a remote job, instead of just doing actions that are not aligned with your goal, instead what I suggest is that first you define your life and career goals. Make a list, like really write it down on a file, on a notebook, your short-term goals and your long-term goals. So have clarity about what you want to achieve in the next 6 months, in the next year, in the next 3 years, 5 years. So have clarity about that. Write them down, your short-term goals and your long-term goals. And I say life and career because for me, remote work allows you to live a better life. So it's not only about career, it's all connected, life and career. So write down your short-term goals and your long-term goals. Start where you are at the moment. So what is your reality today? What can you do from where you are? Oh, because if I had that course, oh, because if I spoke another language, oh, because if you're living in a different country, but you're not. So be fair with you, be realistic with you, and start where you are today with your reality right now. And then you check the options available. What is realistic for me? Which are the steps? Which are the ways I can go? So start where you are, check the option available, and then you structure the necessary actions for you to take. You start creating a roadmap, a plan to get there. So it's bringing ideas from here to start taking action. So No time for excuse. Time is passing. You're going to be, 2 years from now, you're going to look back and say, oh, I wish I have taken actions 2 years ago. So this is the time. Start by defining where you want to go, and then you structure, you understand where you are, the options, you structure the way, and you start taking action. So please start getting clarity about your career goals before you do anything else. This is the first step on the stair that you should take care of. And then the second step is to work on your mindset. Things that happen here in our brain that can really be a problem on the way. So, for example, when you start feeling stuck in the process, like I don't see result, my job search is not working, I don't know why I'm doing that, this is not, bringing me any result, and then you start feeling low, you start doubting about your self-esteem, your lack of confidence, you think that your profile is not good enough, that this thing about remote job is very hard, you might never get that. So all those voices that we hear in our mind, so probably you know what I'm talking about. It happens in the career search, but it happens in other areas of your life. So this internal hesitation, the fear, the feeling like maybe I'll never get there. Maybe I should just settle down for something else. So when those things happen, understand that job searching is a very emotional thing. It can be exhausting. It can be a long process. So I totally hear you, and I know those things happen. That's why it is so important to take care of your mindset, because you amplify the perspectives that you have, and it's a way to overcome those limiting beliefs that we all have. I have them, you probably have them, so it's okay to have them. But the thing is, like, what do you do to go further, to don't get stuck when you have those ideas and those thoughts? So what I suggest here is that you surround yourself with real people that have a good remote work, people that are already where you want to be. So have examples, real examples, real people that made the same journey that you want to do, and have them close to you, even virtually. I know we are still in COVID time, so you can connect with those people virtually and talk to them, learn from them, exchange ideas. So surround yourself from successful people in the area you want to work for. And then when hesitation comes again, when you start feeling low and not sure if this is for you and all of that, ask yourself, is this situation that I am facing now, is this a real situation? Does it make sense? Can it really happen? And then if you say, yes, it can happen. It's a real situation. It's a real limitation. It's a real problem I'm facing in my job searching. So if it is real, ask yourself, like, how can I better prepare to overcome this situation? How can I find a solution to deal with that if it is real, right? But if you think about it and you say, actually, this is not real, it's happening just here, I'm just afraid of that, probably will never happen. In this case, how can you move on, and how can you use your time and your energy and your effort towards something different? So first is to differentiate the things I'm afraid of, the things that are stopping me. Are they real? Are they not real? And then you take actions according to it. And all the time, please remember to reconnect with your superpowers. Remember your value, remember your skills, remember the things you can bring to the table, to the new company. So it's a lot about looking inside and seeing the value that you have and the power that you have. And then it's time to go to step 3, which is creating the right strategy. I don't know if you have heard about the hidden job market. Have you heard about that? Let me say this term again, the hidden job market. This is a very important concept I want to share with you if you don't know about it yet. There are studies that says that 80%, the big majority, right, of the job offers, the real jobs that are available right now today in the market, and they are not posted anywhere on the internet. So 80% of the jobs that existed, that recruiters and hiring managers are searching for people to work right now, they are not on LinkedIn, they are not on Indeed, they are not in Monster, they're not on InfoJobs, and you're never going to find them if you just search online. But they exist, and they are normally the best ones to negotiate a better salary, flexible work conditions, and all of that. So there are several reasons why they are not posted anywhere. We won't cover it today, but my point is, how do you have access to them? I want you to have access to all the job offers available, the 20% that are posted online, but also the 80% that are not posted anywhere. So how to have access to those jobs? Let's see that now. The key answer is networking. Yes, networking. I know this word, a lot of people use that, and sometimes we don't really know what it means. So let me narrow down what I mean by networking so you can apply. You have practical tips to how to implement networking to have access to the hidden job market offers that are not posted anywhere, but they exist. So, first, it's important that you approach the networking as something long term and something you should do before you need it. So it's not when you're desperate for a job, you're 6 months unemployed and you really have a lot of debits and whatever, and you need a job like tomorrow that you're going to start networking because people can smell it. People can feel that you're, oh, you're just coming, talking to me and sending me this message because you need a job. So don't make it about desperation. Make it like a long-term game and start creating your networking today before you really need it. And you need to be also in the right place in the right time. For example, the fact that you're here today in this event, the Tech Job Fair event, is a great way to be in the right place in the right time, because here you're talking to people that are talking about career, about jobs, companies, and people that are, in the same mindset that you are. So other ways to do that are join online groups, other online events, sending direct connection requests to people that are strategic for the kind of job you want to get, for the companies you want to work for. So be there, be proactive, and take actions to be in the right place in the right moment and connect with the right people. And also very important about networking is that you give to people before you ask for them. So add value, share information, be nice to people. Don't just, I'm going to network because I need something. I mean, we all need something, but if you start by giving people, adding value to people, there are more chances that they will be open to help you in the process. Also, please don't be that boring person that, you connect and say hi. That's not a way to start a nice networking message that is sent to someone. Don't just say hi, say something more. Don't be boring. Don't be complaining about your job all the time. Don't be complaining about the situation. Don't be, begging for a job. No, don't be boring. Be an interesting person that more people will want to have around you. So that's totally up to you. Don't be a boring person to connect with. Get out of your comfort zone. That's also extremely important. Oh, Juliana, but I feel weird when I network online. That was easier before COVID. I don't know how to do that online. I never know what to say. I feel that I'm bothering people. That's all here. It's all your mindset. So get out of your comfort zone, try things that you have never tried before, and see what works for you, for your industry, for the kind of people you want to connect. But what I can say is if you keep doing the same results, if you keep doing the same things, you're gonna keep having the same results. So it's time to change, get out of your comfort zone. And the good news is that you don't need to be born as a great networker. You can learn that in the process. You can improve the way you do things. So it is possible, I'm telling you, to go from I feel super awkward about networking to I'm confident, I feel good, I'm meeting interesting people, things are happening to me. And another good news is that LinkedIn is an amazing place to do that, to expand your professional networking. It's for free, so you don't need to pay the paid profile to do networking. So for free, you can use LinkedIn to access pretty much everyone that you need in your networking. So get out of your comfort zone, give it a try to new things, and learn how to use LinkedIn more. And this is all connected with the step 4, which is taking care of your online presence. Because my question is, if I check your LinkedIn profile right now, do you consider that it is showing your best version online? Do you think that your LinkedIn is outstanding at the moment? Would people be interested in hiring you just based on your LinkedIn profile? Also about your resume or your CV, your curriculum, does it make you look like the best candidate available for the job, or it's kind of not that good? The cover letter, is it powerful? Is it tailored and is it specific for the job you're applying for? It's just cover letter you have been using for the past 5 years. So think that if you don't know that, you probably imagine that, but let me tell you what happened from this side of the recruitment process, right? Because I was a recruiter for many years. I was talking to hiring managers. So all hiring managers, they're going to check you online. They're going to search for you on Facebook, probably on Instagram. They're going to check your LinkedIn for sure. They're going to review, your curriculum. So if your online presence is not helping you to get a job, you have a problem. So be very intentional about it. And remember, people that are recruiting companies, they will check you online. So you better remember that and make sure that your online presence is showing your best version online, because otherwise, what they will find out about you if they search you online. Step number 5 is about differentiating yourself from other candidates. So you don't want to look just like one more candidate applying for the job. Imagine those positions that have, I don't know, 200, 300 candidates applying for. So if you're just one more number, nothing will happen to you. So you want to differentiate from other candidates. This is something that should be your goal. Be different in a nice way, obviously in a positive way, but you want to be different than other candidates, because they just apply for job offers and then sit on the couch and wait to have the reply, to have the feedback from the company. It's not working anymore. I know this is what most of people do. That's the thing, right? Most of, oh, Juliana, I'm applying for 10, 15 job offers per day. I'm not getting any results. Well, I'm not surprised, because this is the least effective way to land a remote job, any job in general, but especially remote, because there are so many people applying for remote job right now. So just applying for jobs is the least effective way. So especially in 2021, especially in the middle of the pandemic. So forget about just applying for 5, 10, 15 jobs a day and expecting results. No, you need to be different. So what can you do instead of that? Let's be very practical here to help you to differentiate in a nice way from other candidates. So start by creating a job search routine that works for you. So I recommend that you really block time in your calendar in advance. So especially if you're working and you don't have that much time, right? It's easy to get busy with other things in life. So block before in your agenda a certain time per day that you're going to dedicate to your job search, and then you know that you have the time to do it. And remember what we spoke in the step 1, like have clarity about your career goals. So align everything you do, every single action you take in your job search, align that with your career goals, because otherwise it's a waste of time. So you need to know where you're going. Then you create a strategy to get there. And all the time you're looking back, is this aligned? Is it bringing me closer to my goals? And then you keep doing that. Again, it's time to get out of your comfort zone. So there is no way that you keep doing the same things and you get different results. So it's time to test it out, different stuff, to see what will work more for you. And a very practical thing that I suggest to my clients, and I also want to suggest to you, is that you take a piece of paper or a file in your computer and write down 10 or 15 companies that you want to work for. 10, 15, 20 maximum companies that you consider your dream companies, the one that you say, oh, Juliana, I would love to work for that company. I really like their values, their culture. I know people who work there that are super happy. So for any reason that you want to work for those companies, write them down. And then once you have the names, you start identifying strategic people on those companies that you want to connect with. So you see that it's all connected, right? It's creating a strategy, is being intentional about every action you do. So you need to take some steps, and having clarity about which companies you want to work for is a great way to do that. What else can you do, right? Other things that you can do, very practical here when you're considering landing a remote job or improving. Maybe you're already working remotely and you want to get a better remote job. So it also applies to what I'm sharing here. Investigate about the company. It's extremely important that you don't move ahead in the recruitment process without really know much about the company. I know you cannot know everything before, but there is so much information. You can find on Google, you can find on the LinkedIn company's profile, you can find on YouTube, you can talk to people who work there. So please do your homework and investigate, get information about the company before you move ahead in the recruitment process. And I'm not talking about only scroll down for a minute or two in their website. I'm talking about going further in the process of really knowing the company you want to apply for, you want to associate your name with. And again, once you get all this information about the company, take a minute to ask yourself, does this job and this company brings me closer to my career goals? Is it aligned with what I want to do? So if it is, that's it. go ahead, apply for the job, start networking with people that work in that company. So put your time and energy there because you know you're going towards the right direction. When you show also during the recruitment process that you understand the company, you know what they do in the business, how they are positioned in the market, what you're going to do in that job, all of that. It's easier for you when you understand it. It's easier for you to show the company like how you can solve their problem. Because at the end of the day, when they hire someone for any position in the company, what the company is looking for is someone that solves a problem, right? It doesn't matter which job you have, you're always solving a company's problem. So if you understand the company, their context, where your job is located in this company, you can talk, you can demonstrate during the interview why am I the best person to solve the company's problem. But you need to know the company, you need to understand your position in this context. So prove, demonstrate, be very clear during the interview, during all the connection with the company, that you are the right person to solve the company's problem. Whoa, that was a lot, right? A lot of information. I hope you you have time to take notes in the process. Remember that everything that I shared here is already tested because I created those steps, this framework, this process, and I tested that with my clients. So I know what I'm talking about. I know they work. And I know that once you start implementing those 5 steps that I shared here, you will start seeing results. You will speed up the process of landing a remote job, and not any job, but the job you're looking for, your dream job, the job that will make you happy. So you can start living this new reality as soon as possible. To help you to get started, I want to suggest a very quick exercise. You just need pen and paper or the file you're taking notes. And my invitation to you is that you write down one action, one, just one, not 5, 10, no, one action that you commit to yourself, because I won't be there, so I won't know if you did it already or not, but it's a commitment with you. So out of everything that I shared, all the tips, all the steps, all the information, pick up one that you commit to implement tomorrow. So today is Thursday. So tomorrow, Friday, what can you implement tomorrow to help you to get closer to your dream remote job? What can you do tomorrow? One small action. Please take the time to write it down. Just a few seconds. It's important that we start taking actions. I don't want this to be just one more presentation that you take a lot of notes and then you're like, yeah, whatever. Nothing changed. So pick up one action, one thing that I mentioned that you know you can implement tomorrow to bring you closer to your dream remote job. Please write it down. Start taking actions. This is the perfect moment to do that. Don't wait for anything else. If you're waiting for a sign, this is the sign. There was never a better moment. You're here in this event, dedicating your time. So just start taking action. One small thing that you can do tomorrow to bring you closer to your remote dream job. And that's it
Thank
from
you.
my side. Thank you very much. Let me
Thank you.
stop. Yeah, let me stop sharing here.
Jessica, this was really informative. I mean, I would say one day at a time. This is what your motto is, and
Yes,
in order
yes,
to reach your goal, right? We have a couple
yes.
of questions. I think the first question is from Meta. I'm going to
Okay.
invite her on the stage. The question is, the word networking has always felt awkward, but I have recently started to think of it as a connecting with people who share it an interest, which makes it a lot less scary.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Um,
And what is the question?
I think that is it. I think, Mate, are
It
you
was
on
more
the
like a
stage?
comment,
Trying to,
right?
yeah, we're
Okay.
trying to get
To bring
him on the
her.
stage. Hopefully, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, more people on the stage. Let's see if
And
it
there is another
works.
one also. It says, "Good evening, congratulations, Mrs. Juliana. Thank you for the enlightening us. How can we get in touch with you?"
Oh, okay. Get in touch. That's nice. I want to share my LinkedIn profile here. So I would love to connect with people on LinkedIn. Let me type here on the chat. I'm typing here. Let's connect on LinkedIn. Yes. So I'm sharing my link here. You're all welcome to send me a message on LinkedIn, a connection request. Just mention that you saw my presentation, the Tech Jobs Fair, so I know how you found me, and I'll be happy to connect there and keep talking. Yes, sounds
Cool.
good.
Thank you. And there is another question from Karanjeet Kaur. I think she's already on the stage. The question is, how best would you answer the typical job question of why should we hire you?
Oh, okay. That's an amazing question because I told you what not to answer, right? I said, don't say that you want the job just because it is remote, right? That's the wrong answer. So let's talk about the right answer. I like that question. You need to understand what the company is looking for. So when you read the job description, when you understand like what am I going to do if I get this job, think about why am I qualified for this job. Bring as much as possible real examples of things you did previously in previous jobs, even in volunteer jobs at the university, doesn't matter, but real examples that proves, that demonstrate that you have done similar things, that you have the skills to do what the company is looking for. So it's not about, oh, if you give me a chance, oh, I promise I won't disappoint you, oh, I'm a very nice person. No, it's not about, the company doesn't want to take a risk on you. They want to see clear examples that you brought results before to similar situations. So look back in the past, and you can do that before the interview because you know already. You're studying the company, you're studying the job description, so you know what the company is looking for, right? What they are expecting from the new person they're going to hire. Read that carefully and bring real examples from your past jobs or from your current job that confirms, that demonstrate that you did similar things. So you have the skills, you have the ability to bring results to the new company. So be specific and bring real examples. That's my tip for that.
Well, thank you
Thank you.
so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for asking.
Cool. So I think we are now at end. There are no more further questions. So
Okay.
thank you once again, Juliana, for this wonderful talk. And I really appreciate you taking the time off today. And this
Yeah,
wonderful presentation would definitely help a lot of people out there who are searching for a remote job. Thank you so
I hope
much.
so. So once again, I'm happy to connect with anyone on LinkedIn. Let's keep talking there and enjoy the rest of the day and the event. Thank you. Take care, you
You too.
all.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Bye.